It may be right, but is it just? A speech by the warriors of the awakening. Brothers and sisters of the awakening, today we rise not in anger but in clarity, not in rebellion. But in revelation, the question before us is not whether something is legal, popular, or politically expedient. The question is deeper. It may be right, but is it just? The recent government shutdown was not merely a political standoff. It was a spiritual and strategic reckoning. At its core was a battle over extending Affordable Care Act tax credits, enhanced subsidies born from the COVID-era relief package. These credits were never designed to be permanent. Their expiration was known, their extension debated, yet their cost was obscured within a $1.5 trillion spending package. On the surface, the measure was presented as a benefit to the American people. But a deeper look reveals that the Democratic proposal included provisions expanding healthcare access to non-citizens. Healthcare should be available to all Americans. And just like Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, the ACA must pass a litmus test to be able to provide healthcare for all Americans. The original purpose of the ACA was to provide healthcare to lower-income Americans by driving down the premium costs and offering a robust exchange healthcare community. They say it's about helping Americans, and yes, millions benefited. However, the ACA's marketplace, once teeming with insurers, now sees many regions dominated by just a few in some states. Consumers face choices from only 3 or 4 providers. That's not robust competition. It's creeping oligopoly, and oligopolies don't lower prices, they consolidate power. They say premiums will be lower, but without those subsidies, millions face doubling or tripling costs. They say you can keep your doctor, but networks shrink, coverage fragments, and out-of-network costs explode. This is not transparency. This is omission, and omission is deception in disguise. We are not against healthcare reform, we are against dependency. We are not against compassion, we are against control. The ACA wants a promise of access. Now risks becoming a tether, binding citizens to government lifelines, eroding choice, freedom, and spiritual sovereignty. This is not just economics, it is spiritual warfare, sacrificing one's belief for one's needs. God teaches service, discipline, and provision, not entitlement. The state must never replace the divine, yet we see a creeping ideology. Godless statism, where government becomes the provider, the protector, the object of worship. America is a land of opportunity, not a place for godless ideology. That is bondage. Look at the pharmaceutical industry. A drug that costs $900 in the US might cost $100 or even $20 somewhere else in the world. Why such a gap? Greed, and where is the government's role to balance, not to bless the imbalance? We believe in free enterprise, but when enterprise becomes exploitation, justice demands correction. Our national debt now exceeds $38 trillion. That is not just a number, that is a chain around the neck of Generation Z today. Fewer than 1 in 4 Gen Z adults own homes, and that number is falling fast. In our time, it was closer to 1 in 3. This is not progress. This is theft from the future. There are only 3 ways to fix this: cut spending and increase the federal budget through raising taxes or tariffs. We spent $1.8 trillion over our $6.4 trillion budget this year. That's not sustainable. Even past leaders left office with a surplus. But since then, wars, waste, and dependency have buried us in debt and made us more dependent on the state. As spiritual warriors, we seek clarity by awakening truth through return of God along the spiritual path. The warriors of truth must rise. The path must be restored. God does not promise what we want. He promises to provide what we need. So we must always seek God's clarity in our vision, to see things what they are and not what others want us to see. So we ask again, it may be right, but is it just? Let us walk in truth, let us fight for justice, let us serve God, not the state.